Hello to me, it's Migos and Impossible Migos. My name is Taffer16. Welcome back to another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 168. Don't know why I'm wearing these. It is Sunday, or maybe Saturday if you're watching this day early on Patreon. For those who don't know, the Patrons have the option to watch these as well as the reaction videos up to a day early, and you get your name in the description as well. But regardless what day you're watching this on, let's go ahead and read some comments. Also, a quick update on the Only Fools and Horses situation that I mentioned last week, for those of you who don't know. If you don't know, by the way, Dailymotion took down all my Only Fools and Horses videos, except for 14, because it's really obscure, and I had to restore all of them. 1 for 13 and 15 have all been restored to Google Drive, so they're all back up. Thank you, those of you who made my job easier by sending me copies of the episodes, especially 15, considering I needed it. And the plan going forward for Only Fools will be one of two things. Either A, I'll be doing full episodes on VO, or B, and this seems more likely, at least at first, might try the Doctor Who method, where I do multiple parts of like 9.5 minutes around there. So we might try starting with that, and then we'll see how it goes going forward. If you decide to react to more Inside Number 9, a good episode to start with would be Season 3, Episode 2, The Bill, which has a guest appearance from Philip Glinster. So it might help fill the Gene Hunt void left between the end of Life on Mars and Start Ashes to Ashes. That's actually not a bad idea, to be honest. I don't know what the odds are of me remembering that, but that's not a bad idea. I've been growing my hair out since mid-2022, took a lot of perseverance and headbands, but I'm pretty happy with it now. Nice, I think I shaved mine completely last August, so I got a little bit to go before I catch up with you. I recommend a medical comedy called This Is Gonna Hurt, although it's a BBC show, so it might be difficult. Yeah, probably be Dailymotion. I have forgotten if you had reacted to Psychoville, I would recommend that as well. I did react to Psychoville a very, very long time ago. I mean, an absurdly long time ago. Let me actually see. I think that was 2019 that I did that. Yes, October 27th, 2019. Dear Lord. One guy recently uploaded another car crash of reaction video, which he described a few days later as his most disliked video. So how would he know that with dislike button disabled? Well, first off, I'm interested in who this was and what video it was. Second off, you yourself can still see the dislikes. I can still see my dislikes, but you can't, which doesn't make much sense because their excuse for getting rid of this wasn't really the reason they got rid of it, by the way. Their excuse was like, oh, people are getting targeted harassment and all that for dislikes, so that's why we're getting rid of it. But that doesn't apply because the only person that can still see your dislikes is you. The reason they got rid of it is that they were butthurt that the most disliked video in the history of the platform was their shitty YouTube rewind. So, and they couldn't handle that, so like, oh, let's just get rid of it altogether and make up some harassment excuse. Wow, 167, fuck, time flies. Yeah, no kidding, first episode of this was in November of 2018. Dark Place was the first thing I ever saw Matt Berry in, and having never heard him speak before, his unusual delivery, plus the weird sound mixing, makes me think that his voice was someone else's dubbed over the top of him. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I probably would have thought that too had I not seen IT Crowd, but the way he speaks is just so funny. 3 questions, Noah. What was your favorite Doctor Who episode you've seen so far? I very much like Dalek, and also the episode right after it, where Rose meets her dad. I also like the Cyberman 2-parter, and Ericsson's finale was Ericsson? How do you say it? Christoph Ericsson? I forget how to say his last name, but his finale was pretty good as well. Have you listened to any Doctor Who Big Finish audio plays? If not, there's loads on Spotify. I'd recommend Paul McGann's 8th Doctor audios on Big Finish. I honestly don't even know what that was until you told me, so no, I haven't. Do you go to any wrestling events? Since I know you're a wrestling fan. If you're in Glasgow around late November, early December, I recommend going to CICW. If you're in Loving Show, keep the good work and stay safe. Thank you. No, I don't usually go to events live, to be honest. Not just because of COVID, just because I'm not really that interested in getting out. I used to go to a bunch of baseball games as a kid, though, but I don't think I've ever... No, in fact, I know I haven't ever been to a wrestling show. The script and Outnumbered originally called for Ben and Karen to look horrified when the grown-ups started fighting, but neither of them could stop laughing. You can see Ramona Marquez covering her mouth, trying to hide it, but the directors thought it just worked just as well. I think they made the right call. I don't know if them looking horrified would have fit their characters. Like, them laughing made so much more sense for the kind of kids they are. To be honest, I think them looking horrified actually would have been a weird move. Good video made. I love Outnumbered. Are you doing all of Benidorm or just the first 2 series? Series 3 and 4 are really good. Then it goes downhill a little bit, but still good. I don't know. I'm going to get at least through Series 3 and to the Christmas special, because the Christmas special's off after Series 3, so I'll do that by the end of this year. Afterwards, I don't know. We'll have to see. Might take a poll. Gavin's mate that you couldn't quite recognize was Russell Tovey, who plays Stephen Him and Her. Right, the really weird BBC Three show that I had to put on VO with him and lady from Bad Education. Yeah, I remember that now. That wasn't too long ago, I don't think. What happened on the fishing trip in Gavin and Stacey is one of the biggest conspiracies amongst the fake moon landing and the gunman behind the grassy knoll. So do we ever find out what happened on the fishing trip, or do we just have to guess? In hindsight, Star Wars being featured was kind of inevitable, considering Peter Serafinowicz voices Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace. I always forget that, mainly because Darth Maul has like 2 lines in the whole fucking movie. The difference between the UK version and the US version of Kitchen Nightmares for me is that the UK version seems more natural. It doesn't seem as manufactured simply for entertainment. It's a bit more of a documentary, if you will. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I don't mind the American version. I like it, but like, yeah, the feel of the UK version is definitely, you know, it's not that it's less dramatic. It's less dramatic in presentation, but it doesn't need the extra drama because it presents enough on its own, you know? Whereas the American version's a little bit way too over the top. Side note, you know what sound effect I hate in American drama television and shows like that? They do it a lot in US Kitchen Nightmares. Is I don't know how to describe it. It's some kind of string instrument. Maybe it's like a violin. It's a sound effect that goes. You might know what I'm talking about. I'm super annoyed with that one. I just read an article on Bonaparte's, and Sue closed a restaurant not long after. She ended up being homeless and $400K in debt, Jesus, and tried to sue Gordon as she said some of it was faked. He won and everything was true. Oof. The UK one's definitely better than the USA one, no offense, none taken. Jeez, that is quite the fucking downfall. My lord. Gordon's actually a great teacher. I disagree if people say he's too harsh. I think he is too harsh at points, but not for wrong reasons. I don't think he's ever... I think... obviously he's meant to be too harsh in things like Hell's Kitchen, but outside of Hell's Kitchen, when he's harsh in like Kitchen Nightmares, I think it's justified. You know, like, was he really harsh to Tim or whatever his name was in Kitchen Nightmares? Yeah. Did the guy deserve it? Also, yeah. Can I please request you carry on of Gimme Gimme Gimme? You've only done 3 episodes and they're all over a year ago. The first 2 series are on YouTube. You should definitely watch the rest of those 2 series. It gets better right up to the end of season 2. A great reaction, buddy. Has it really been that long since Gimme Gimme Gimme? I'm not doubting you or anything, but let me just double check that. Yes, it has. March. So the 3 episodes, the first one was July 7th, 2019. Then February 3rd, 2021. And then March 12th, 2021. Wow. Yeah, I didn't realize it'd been that long. You know what I'm gonna ask? Will we get any more Gordon, Gino, and Fred? Yes, actually. I'm planning on doing the first episode of their second series next month. Are you watching it on a playlist, the 35 episode one, when you search up Kitchen Nightmares UK full episodes? Yeah. Is there anything wrong with that playlist? I think there's only 35 episodes, so it should be everything. Richard has John Hamm on as a guest for a Hong Kong episode later on, so he's probably recognized too. Ooh, that's another one to add to the list. That sounds like a good one. The next 2 I'm gonna do... excuse me, by the way, is I'm gonna do the one with Richard and Joe Lycett when Richard still hosted the show, obviously, so I can get a feel for Joe. And then I'm going to do the episode of the new series where Joe and Bill Bailey go to Iceland. Whether or not I can get that Iceland episode on YouTube, I don't know, because the copyright is slightly different on the new series, but we'll see. If you could go to any city with any celebrity, who, where, and why, Nicolas Cage, North Korea, just for the madness. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for another episode of Reading Your Comments. The comments in this video were pulled from the following reaction videos and Reading Your Comments videos. Reading Your Comments 167 last week, the supersized edition. American reacts to Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. American reacts to Outnumbered 17. Gavin and Stacey 5, The Peter Serafinowicz Show 3, Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares, and Travel Man 6. If you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments, the videos to comment on are as follows. The reaction video yesterday, which was Toast of London. This video, the reaction video that comes out Monday, the one that comes out Tuesday, the one that comes out Wednesday, and the one that comes out Thursday. Those videos are the place to comment on if you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments. But That is going to do it for this episode of Reading Your Comments. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch, where I stream every single day, my second channel for 16 views, my Twitter, if you want to follow me on my Patreon, if you want to support me on my daily motion, all those things are in the description down below. Thank you to all. I'm currently recording 112, of my Patrons. If you can't support me on my channel, for those who don't know, you can be a Patreon on me for as low as $1 or £1, and you get access to direction videos, as well as reading comments up to a day early, and you get name description as well. Also, in the description is linked to the community Reddit, as well as the daily schedule, as well as the Twitch VODs channel. All that being said, though, my name is Taffer16. This has been episode 168 of Reading Your Comments. It'll be episode 169 next week, and that'll be very nice. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.